Hello there, good folks of YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Today, or tonight, it is 12:01 a.m. right now. I am bringing you guys my early 2026 favorites. It is May 7th today, or tonight. And so far this year I have, I believe, 14 albums that I'll be talking about in this video. 14 albums that have really stood out to me, from some of my favorite artists, and some of them from new artists, new bands that I have never heard before. And yeah, I really thought I was going to make this video probably like a month ago, maybe even 2 months ago, but I've just been backed up with various things, with financial issues, and I work 6 days a week. I totaled my car like around a month and a half ago, so I've been dealing with the after effects of that, and just various life things, life stressors. So, starting things off, from January 23rd, Mr. Roc Marciano released 656. This is his 10th studio album. I believe it is entirely self-produced, which is extra impressive. I have not talked about Roc Marciano on this channel yet, but since I discovered him really around 4 years ago, he's been in my top 5 rappers. And this is another stellar release added to a stellar discography. This is luxurious pimp rap mastery. The beats are soulful and cinematic. Roc's lyrics are dense with braggadocious detail. Minimal drums as usual, and great sampling work. It really does sound easy for Roc to rap over these beats. They match his voice and subject matter perfectly. They have this old crime film, noir film sort of sound going on, which he's usually always raps over, and they just sound fucking fantastic. The one feature, Errol Holden, I wasn't familiar with, didn't blow me away, but had 2 unique verses, so he appeared on 2 different tracks, and again, the only feature. And if Roc Marciano chooses you as the only feature on his album, then it must mean something pretty good. So credit to Errol Holden for being the one feature on this album. And yeah, overall, very solid stuff. Love it. Next up, released on January 30th, I have Gorrch with Stillamentum. This is a 2-man band from Italy. They are brothers. This is their 2nd full length. The first one came out in 2015. I was not familiar with these guys before I heard this album. Released on an Italian label called Avant-Garde Music, which there's a few bands on this label that I've heard of, but yeah, this is a really haunting black metal, very high-pitched, shrieking tremolos that put together these eerie melodies. The 2nd track, entitled Virago, sold me. The main riff that rides throughout that song is brilliant. And the energy and atmosphere in that track does not really let up. It has that same sort of sound throughout the whole thing. Like I said, it's haunting, it's piercing, and it's very, very good. I will be keeping an eye out for these guys in the future, but Gorrch is my number 2 pick. Next, released on the same day, January 30th, Stabbing, Eon of Obscenity. This is their 2nd full length. They are from Texas. This was released on Century Media. And brutal, fucking death metal. I'm normally not into brutal death, but this shit is hard as fuck. It's chunky, it's violent, and it's nasty. The breakdowns are heavy as shit, and this girl on vocals, Bridget Lynch, is a fucking monster. Just vicious, just nasty vocals. This band, I can just hear the Suffocation influence just seeping out of it. Everything, the riffs, the song structures, the vocals. So for me, it was only right that Ricky Myers, the current vocalist of Suffocation and former Gorrch drummer, it's another great brutal death band. He is featured on the track Nauseating Composition, and he delivers some fucking sick-ass vocals as well, so really impressive shit from Stabbing. My fourth selection, released on, again, January 30th, Eximperitus with Meritoriousness of Equanimity. No idea what that means. This is their third full-length. They're from Minsk, Belarus, the only band that I know from Belarus. These guys are really interesting and really strange. Their band name is actually, they have a much longer band name with literally like 200 letters in it. Some of their album titles are like incredibly long. Some of their song titles, again, it's really strange and weird. I think they're almost, the band name is almost like a meme on the internet, but musically, this is really, really good. It's a great mix of brutal, technical, and melodic death metal. The whole album is rooted in death metal, but it borrows from various subgenres, hard-hitting, powerful riffs that intertwine with some really beautiful instrumentals. It's thought-provoking, it's dense. At the same time, it's crushing. Also was looking at some of the lyrics, lyrical themes rooted in like mysticism and magic sort of themes. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff going on with this band, and very solid release. Next up, Chihei Hatakeyama, however you pronounce it. Two different albums from him this year. Void 28 was released on February 11th, and Unconscious Silence was released on April 24th. I love this guy's Void album series because they match my birthday years, whatever you call it. I'm turning 28 this year. He released Void 28 this year. Last year he did Void 27. I turned 27 last year. But I'm playing Void in the background of this video, if you can hear a little bit of it. And two more releases from him, from Tokyo. Very calm, soothing, ambient soundscapes. Not a whole lot of variety between these two releases or between his catalog as a whole, but his music I don't go to for a ton of avant-garde musical changes and experimentation and all this stuff. I go to his music to relax and to breathe. He's one of my favorite ambient artists, and another two beautiful pieces of work added to a fucking fantastic discography. Next, released on February 13th, Converge, Love Is Not Enough. This is their 11th studio album. It will be the first of two releases in 2026 for them. The second one is being released in June. It's called Hum of Hurt. They released one or two singles from it already. I saw them live in March at the Palladium in Worcester. It was a pretty good show. It wasn't incredible, but they performed several songs from the new album to a decent crowd. Still a ton of energy for a band that is as old as they are. I'm pretty sure all of them are in their 50s now. The record itself is a very, very solid release. It's pissed off, it's frantic, it's unhinged, all staples of Converge's music. Jake Bannon on vocals sounds awesome. I was pretty blown away by how good he sounds still after doing this shit for so long. The drums are great. It's a good mix of fast aggression and chunkier breakdown sections, interesting lyrics and themes, and yeah, very, very solid album from Converge. Another February 13th release, Fossilization with Advent of Wounds. This is their second full length from Sao Paulo, Brazil. They are on Everlasting Spew Records. It's one of my favorite sort of underground death metal labels. I was a big fan of these guys' first EP they released. It was called He Whose Name Was Long Forgotten, and then their debut full-length Leprous Daylight. I liked it, but I preferred the EP a little more. But this album, man, Death Doom perfection. It's huge, it's ugly, and it is pummeling. There's so much atmosphere, a lot more diverse than past releases, I would say. It's faster with more tempo changes, and yeah, one of the most impressive albums on this list, probably one of the best ones on this list. It's very fucking, it's very, very good. I have a YouTube comment that I did not write, but I love this comment, and I figured I'd share it because it just perfectly summarizes this band's sound. This guy says, "This is my kind of death metal. None of that technical wankery. Just pulverize my skull, drown me in a pit of tar, preserve my remains for millions of years, and annihilate my subconscious being from within." Next up, from March 20th, Neurosis with An Undying Love for a Burning World. Another band that I don't think I've talked about on this channel. This is their 12th full length. It's the first in 10 years for them, and the first without frontman Scott Kelly after he admitted to years and years of abusing his wife and children. So a very necessary parting of ways between the band and him. And former ISIS frontman Aaron Turner was recruited for vocals on this. And I think he's a guitar player as well. I'm not huge into ISIS, but yeah, I think this album was a surprise release. At least it was a big surprise for me. I did not hear of any singles or any real lead up to this album, but as is all Neurosis, as are all Neurosis releases, this is very, very powerful. Neurosis to me is a very unique band with a unique sound. It's apocalyptic, it's primal and fierce, but at the same time it's very emotional and passionate. I guess they're labeled like post metal mixed with like atmospheric sludge or something, and it sounds like Neurosis. It doesn't venture off too crazy into like any new genres or any new musical lanes, but yeah, I'd say two of their albums I am like a huge fan of, which is Through Silver and Blood and Enemy of the Sun. The rest of their discography I like, but those two albums for me are like my favorites. Seeing these guys live is definitely on my bucket list of concerts. But yeah, very, very good album. It really doesn't miss a beat. They don't miss a beat without Scott Kelly, which I was honestly kind of surprised about. But fantastic instrumentation, tons of emotion and atmosphere. And yeah, man, it's fucking Neurosis. It's fantastic music.